Good morning, Rich.
Good morning. Thank you. I really enjoyed watching the conference this morning. For those of you who know me, you recognize that this is not my normal look. It's the result of a bet with one of my origination teams. They won, and Tuesday was the day of reckoning. They came to our executive committee, and the two heads of the team shaved my head because they beat their targets and in a big way. So hold that thought. It's kind of a cautionary tale that we'll come back to. I do want to say again that I think this was a remarkable conference. There's a tremendous amount of knowledge creation happening in Hawaii. You saw it all during the conference. Innovation is alive and well, and I think every time we have one of these, we realize there's so much more than most people realize. And I wish everybody in the state could have been on to see everything that you saw during the conference. David did a remarkable job of running down the list of strengths that we have here because of the research enterprise at UH. So we sit here in the middle of a crisis, and so many of us have talked about the need to diversify our economy for a long time. And this year shows we were right. So how do you feel about that? It doesn't feel great, right? We know we were right, but there's people out of work, there's companies struggling to survive, tax revenues are way down, leading to budget cuts. We're caught in this downward cycle that we've got to do something to get out of. So we sit here and we say, you know, somebody should have done something to prevent this. So let's be clear. Our economy needs to be more diverse and resilient. We need to grow in areas that are going to bring money into the state in the same way that tourism and the federal presence do. There are lots of areas of the local economy that can be strong, but if they don't bring money into the state, if we're not competing against other communities around the world for the research dollars, for the innovation, the technology, and the investment that comes when you're creating things that are unique and valuable, as Guy said, then we're not going to get our economy strong and resilient. Professor Morettis' book, I encourage you to read it. It makes it so clear how the knowledge economy and innovation has been the key to success in so many communities. And you go back to the Bay Area, to Research Triangle Park, to Boston, to San Diego, and now more recently, Austin, Salt Lake City, so many others. It is clear. It is clear we have unique things in many areas, and it's up to us to choose to decide to make them valuable, and make them valuable by turning them into economic growth and jobs. So back to my haircut. We're in a tough, low growth environment. We're trying to find ways to grow. We're trying to find ways to motivate our team. This was a special motivation. It worked, but it didn't fundamentally change much. We're going to enter next year in pretty much the same area, maybe with people with a little more confidence that we can do everything. But this isn't how we want to live. This isn't how we want to make our economy grow. So that really the time is now, right? Professor Lasner, David Lasner described how resources are scarce. We know budget cuts are coming. The worst thing we can do is say, you know, we're all in this together and we're going to share it equally, and everybody's going to take the same cut. We have to be smart. We have to make tough decisions. We have to create a strong future economy for our people and our kids. We've got to protect and invest in the things that are going to create growth. The university is one of the most critical parts of that. The technical knowledge creation research areas are the things that create those strengths that are unique, and the entrepreneurship and commercialization areas are what's going to make them valuable. So you need to advocate for it. You need to engage. Don't sit back and hope that people are going to make the right decision and wise up. There's no place for keeping your head down, playing it safe, trying to be a survivor. Ignore the naysayers. You're going to hear people say, we've tried this before. You heard some great comments just from this last panel about what's different this time. What's different this time has to be that we're all engaged and working together to make it happen. Ignore the naysayers. Ask for a better plan. I've looked hard. I don't see a better plan for a resilient, strong future. Engage, make it happen. Don't be one of those somebodies who should have done something the next time this comes around. So thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Thanks for engaging to make Hawaii stronger and more resilient. And please reach out and engage to make this happen and protect and invest in the things that are going to help make Hawaii stronger. Thanks for your time.